You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Voicing with Queen, the show where real talk meets real vibes, with your host, Queen, and the always hilarious co-host, comedian Kesh. We're bringing ATL to Detroit, diving into hot topics, real-life experiences, and a whole lot of laughs. And guess what? We are live right now. So sit back, tune in, and let's get to Voicing with Queen.
What up, though, y'all? And happy hump day. Welcome to Voicing with Queen. This your girl, Kesh. And we waiting on Queen to tap in, okay? Here she is.
Everybody.
What up, though? You right on time, okay? So.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
How everybody doing today? Welcome back to Voicing with Queen on your nice Wednesday. Hey, what's up, Kesh?
What up, though? I am chilling on this hump day. Yeah, I had a procedure done today. I'm chilling. I had me a little nap. Feeling a little bit better. The sun is shining, but it's cold out there still. This sun is tricking us.
Well, you know it's Michigan. You know, Michigan weather bipolar just like the people, so.
Yeah, she really bipolar now. It's supposed to be warmed up a little bit by now. Ooh, look, the weather got me sleepy. Okay?
And then you gonna start that. Forgive her, y'all, for that yarn. I know you know that's catchy.
This
we
a
ain't
real
trying to make
show.
y'all go to sleep.
Look, this a real show. We do real stuff, okay? I'm not about to mute for yarn.
We do be tired.
Okay, if I got gas, I am not muting the mic. Okay, you just gonna hear some real stuff. Period.
Hey, for sure. Lord Jesus, sorry I'm a little late, y'all, but I'm here. So today's topic is about,
I said black people always late. It's okay, they know.
I try not to
be on time. I was here before you, so I was on time. It's a little late too, but
look, I know I was late if you made it before me.
That's what I'm saying. You got to do better. You got to do better if you before me. If I'm before you, you got to do better. Pray her strength and Lord, everyone.
Okay, for real, I got to do better. Okay, friend, you right. I got to do better. So today we're talking about relationships and choosing yourself. Now, we're not talking about just relationships, sexual ships. We're talking about all relationships with your family, relationships with your friends, relationship with coworkers, your job. Hey, you have to choose yourself sometimes. A lot of times, honestly, you know what I'm saying? Because you just never know. You may have people in your life that have hidden agendas for some apparent reason or another. Sometimes you don't even have to be nothing that you actually did for somebody to feel some kind of way about you. You know, you could just be doing you. You know, they think you're doing better than them, not knowing that you off here, you struggling, but you now win your struggle on your shoulders for the whole world to see. Because see, grandmama taught me, you don't have to look like how you feeling. So regardless of how I'm feeling, I'm not gonna, look like you. So some relationships, though, it ain't even so much about that. It's just sometimes you just grow a little bit further or more mature than somebody, or what's the better term for that? You outgrow people.
You
That's what
outgrow
it is.
people. Yeah, you
Yeah,
outgrow people, and there's nothing wrong with that because this is a life is a journey, and you're going to grow. And certain people can't go on the journey with you anymore. People have a time, a place, and a season. So when you talk about outgrowing people, that's why I just believe like it's a time and a place. People may have a short period of time, and once that purpose is done, hey, it's time to move on. Ain't nothing wrong with moving on.
it's not. It's not. Thank
It's
you,
not.
Jabra. She said she listening and riding. Okay, girl, listening and
Oh
riding.
yeah, that's Jabria. Hey Jabria.
Hey, don't forget to share. When you stop though, we don't want you to cause no accidents listening to us, but when you
Right.
can,
Safety
okay? We
first.
want you to be safe. Okay, safety first. So if
Ooh.
y'all listening to us and you're driving and everything, you watching us and you're driving, please try not to look at your phone too often. Pay attention to the road. You'll be
Okay.
able to play it back when you get home. Okay, we want y'all to be safe because these
Safety
people
is
driving crazy.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
safety is
they do.
definitely first.
Yeah. Especially up here, they driving crazy too. I mean, they drive crazy down in the A too. I done been on y'all freeway down there. Yeah, the traffic is heavy, but they driving crazy up here too. So y'all be safe out there and put your seatbelt on.
Please put your seatbelt on. I know sometimes when you hit the brakes a certain way or whatever, it kind of kill you, choke you up. It's okay. That's a safety precaution, okay? To keep you there, okay? But relationships. What about work relationships though, Keish? What you feel about that? Like,
Work
you know,
relationships.
sometimes you come in with somebody, maybe training, and you'll get cool, and then all of a sudden,
It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with having a work buddy, somebody that you can, talk to, kick it with, make the day go by faster. But you do also have to set boundaries too, because people will turn on you, and you don't want to mix your personal life with your work life and letting people know too much of your personal business up in your job because it can be messy. People fall out, people talk, so you always want to set boundaries. I believe in having good like business relationship as well, like networking with people. So you just keep the things separate. You might know some people. Like I've known people before. I known them at work. I already had a relationship with them, but you just have to be careful with your coworkers. Your coworkers are your coworkers. But you may, like I said, you may have some that you probably knew previously, the kind of like extended family. Like that's cool. It happens. You can't help who you attract, but you just have to be careful with setting boundaries as well.
absolutely. And with the same boundaries, you gotta. It brings peace. You know what I'm saying? And you able to still be you and be friendly, but
Mhm.
you just have limits on how far the relationship gonna be. And sometimes you gotta set them kind of boundaries, even in your family. With your kin folks, whether it's your parents, whether it's not your siblings. I think that setting boundaries for everyone, period, I think is the best way on holding your ground and holding your peace and making sure that things don't go sideways and everything of that sort. So yeah, boundaries in relationships, you have to choose you.
Oh yeah, you do. You have to just put that in place. And I think if you put that in place, um, at the beginning, that will make the situation more like comfortable. Like, hey, every coworker can't come over my house,
Mm-hmm.
or none of them can come over. Like you can't. You letting the work people know where you live at and how you're living.
Look, listen, I got family members don't even know where I live at, and along
They
coworkers.
don't.
So
No, you're not welcome. But seriously, like it's been situations at my job where we didn't have coworkers pull up on people's house, like, what up, though? Like, they didn't fell out, they didn't got the scrapping and everything, and just spilled over back to work. My job a little ghetto, y'all. The plant is a ghetto ass place to work at. Very, very ghetto. It's like a swap meet. It's like high school. So you
not a
just be
SWAT
letting
meet.
these people know. Some of the people unstable. You know,
Yeah.
and they crazy. You can't be. They be going postal, and it ain't even the post office.
I'm not about to play with you. Well,
Okay.
we'll be back with Black Pioneer of the Week right after this break. We'll be back.
Calling all entrepreneurs, women and men. Get ready for the second annual Women's Entrepreneur Empowerment Brunch. Join us on Saturday, May 24th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 7426 Nichols in Detroit for an unforgettable day of inspiration, networking, and empowerment. Hosted by comedian Kesh with powerful guest speakers Queen, event creator and serial entrepreneur, Diva Coates, public speaker, author, and music artist. Coco, media personality and comedian. Ashara Walker, real estate agent. Plus, don't miss a special appearance from Wood from the D Spot. Enjoy delicious food, networking, raffles, vendors, and mimosas, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic. Men are welcome too. This event is for everyone looking to grow, connect, and be inspired. Tickets are selling fast. Get yours now at Eventbrite. For more information, email queenbutterfliesllc@gmail.com.
Decatur, Lithonia, Conyers, Covington, McDonough, and all surrounding areas. Something Special Bar and Lounge presents Music Bingo and Karaoke. That's right, you heard me. Music Bingo and Karaoke. Every Wednesday is Something Special Bar and Lounge. On the 1 and 2s, we got DJ P-Joe. Not to mention, we got the host with the most. Kells, we got drink specials, plus the full kitchen, seafood dip, salmon bites, sweet heat wings, jerk chicken egg roll. From 5 to 7 is our happy hour. Mix and match, 2 items, looking for good vibes, delicious drinks, delicious food. Something Special Bar and Lounge, 1377 Old McDonough Highway, Conyers, Georgia. The best spot on the east side. Express lunch on the go. Not to mention now open for lunch from 11 to 3 Monday through Friday. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Something Special Bar and Lounge.
It's time for Black Pioneer of the Week with Queen.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Black Pioneer of the Week. So, have you ever asked yourself who invented the elevators? Because it's so convenient. Like, you can press a level for the floor that you want, and it just nicely, some of them rocky and some of them are smooth, but it take you where you need to go without you having to take the stairs. Have you ever wondered who invented that? Well, I got you today. You know I got you. So today we're going to introduce Mr. Alexander Miles. Mr. Alexander Miles was born out of Ohio in 1838. Mr. Miles he became he worked at a barbershop and he started inventing hair products at the barbershop. So that's when he learned his passion for being an inventor. And it was one of them shafts before it became automatic. Elevators used to have a little shaft on there where you get on there, you pull the gate down, and there used to be a string, that you used to have to pull and everything of that sort. Well, so many people had fell off them shelves, injured themselves, passed away. And so one day he was one of the ones that fell. And because he fell, he decided to invent an elevator that was more safer for people. And so he designed the first automatic elevator. And because of this design, everyone across the world don't have to take a million steps to get to whatever floor they want to get to. And so that's Alexander Miles. And he made an impact because we use different elevators all the time, everywhere. People still try to, copy and make things better, of course. But for him to be the first one to start with the automatic elevator to help and, stop people from hurting themselves, that's amazing. Who would ever think that, that would have came about back then. And once again, we're talking about the 19th and the 20th century when this was invented. And we've been talking about this the last few weeks, that back in the 19th and 20th century, Black people was very prominent in this world, in this country, making their own moves, creating stuff, inventing stuff, things that we use to today. So a big shout out to Mr. Alexander Miles for really making life much easier with these elevators and less casualties with the elevators. So let's give him a nice round of applause. Yes, because I'm trying to tell you, me trying to walk up 5 flights of steps or 7 or 9, I want to say this for y'all ones that stay in apartment buildings and your elevator always out, gotta walk up a lot of flights of stairs. I commend you a lot because I'll probably be fussing. But I'm gonna tell y'all why we talking about elevators. The most unique elevator I have been on was in Vegas. I forgot the name of that hotel, but it's like the elevator. You feel like you're going up, but when you on the outside, you able to see how the elevator moves and everything. So I was watching, and it actually goes to the side and goes up. So that was just kind of amazing on the different things and the different ways elevators can be created these days, thanks to Mr. Miles. So that's our Black Pioneer of the week. We'll be back after this next advertisement. And
Looking for an
what we coming
ultimate
back as? I guess we're just gonna come back as we're gonna be talking. Stay tuned.
looking for an ultimate getaway. Queen Butterflies Travel presents Utopia of the Seas. This Labor Day weekend, set sail for Port Canaveral, Florida on August 29th, 2025. Enjoy stops in Nassau, Bahamas, and a perfect day at Coco Cay. Indulge in the world-class dining, thrilling water slides, stunning ocean views, and non-stop entertainment aboard Royal Caribbean's newest luxury cruise. Cabins are selling fast. Interior rooms start at just $714.54 per person, with balcony and ocean view options available. Secure your spot with just a $200 deposit, due by April the 12th, 2025. Don't wait. Book now before cabins are gone. Call Queen at area code 248-200-6355 today.
Today. Call today,
Today.
y'all.
Call
Call
today.
today.
Because I know
Yeah.
y'all need a trip. I know y'all need a trip.
Y'all need a vacay. I know I need one, okay? I do.
Honey, I'm due for one for a whole month. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I know. I wish I
A
can go
whole
and work
month
for a whole
vacation.
year. A whole year and not work, pay bills. I need vacation from everything that got to do with being an adulting. I ain't gotta go nowhere. Just cancel it. Put everything on hold. I want
You
nope.
said
Look, everything is canceled
for a whole year?
for a whole year. Can we get that?
That would be nice. That would
That would
really, really
be
be nice.
absolutely lovely.
It would. It really would. What would be the stipulations of that though? Like, imagine they say, okay, you know what? You free from being an adult for a whole year. Me, in my case, I got kids. So does that not include them as well, or does it?
Yeah.
That's not helping with stop being an adult.
Yeah, but what they gonna do? They can't eat without you. So it's still some stipulations, okay?
That's what I'm saying.
But
I don't want none. I don't want
I'm just
none.
saying, like all the bills on hold, all these other responsibilities, and you just on vacation with your kids. Y'all
I don't want
chilling, y'all
to go
doing
on
whatever
vacation
y'all
by
want.
myself. I want to go by
Yeah,
myself.
well, you know what? You can't get rid of them, okay? They a part of they a part of you, okay? You can't just say forget the kids.
Look, listen. I'm not saying forget the kids, but I don't want to go on
Okay,
vacation with them. They
okay.
always went on
But
vacation.
look, so what if you had a
They
nanny for a year?
fine,
If you had a nanny for like a year.
but then
But then
she gonna pay the nanny for the whole year too.
huh?
Is they gonna pay for the nanny for the whole year too?
Yeah. Yeah.
You said no adult for the whole year though.
That's what I'm saying. You get a nanny. You get somebody to take care of them then. Because you don't want to
Who
take
gonna
them
pay
with
them?
you.
But they gonna want to get paid. So if I'm
Okay.
not adulting, how they
Well,
gonna
that
get
be the
paid?
one bill that you gotta pay. You can't have it all. And this is the problem. You can't have it all,
No,
dang.
why not? You say cancel adulting for a whole year. That includes kids, bills, responsibility. Kids'
Okay, well, you know
responsibility.
what? They on their own then. They on their own.
See, that's what I like to hear.
No, my goodness. They on their
That's
own.
what I like to hear. Speaking of kids, did you hear about these teenagers that took the cops on a high speed chase?
Where? Where was this at?
They went through Wayne County to Oakland County.
Oh, I didn't see that yet. Did they have a Hellcat?
No,
Did they
they was in
steal
a
a car?
BMW truck. They was in a BMW truck, honey.
So was the truck stolen?
I didn't get all the details, but just the fact that they was teenagers and put the cops on a high speed chase.
Man.
Yeah, that was interesting enough just by that. I don't even, as far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty sure it was stolen because I don't understand how
Yeah,
a 15-year-old can afford a BMW truck.
that's crazy.
Not a 15-year-old.
And then they took them on a ride. That's so dangerous. Two different
They did,
counties.
and you know what? And so here's the thing, right? I was
Mm-hmm.
watching the video and I was very intrigued. I was because that one song
I mean,
"Move
what you
It."
say? Oh, they got some good driving skills. You from the West Side, dang. You was not supposed
That
to be cheering them
PS5,
on. You was not supposed to be cheering them kids on.
that PS5, and that Xbox taught them kids how to drive.
They did. It did.
She was doing it. I'm not saying that I'm all for it. I don't want y'all to be like, "Oh, Queen said she down for the kids still in the car." No, I did not say that.
You did not say
But
that.
but the way they was whipping our car, baby, you would have thought they
Skills.
was pros. You would have thought they were
Skills.
pros. They took
Yeah.
one turn is what threw them off.
Yeah. But you
They end up
can't
crashing.
have
But then,
yeah, but hopefully
no,
they
you
learned a
cannot
valuable
have it all.
lesson. Hopefully they learned a valuable lesson. Okay, because that's dangerous. I think they should call off these
It really
chases.
is.
When they start getting to the residential neighborhoods at a high speed chase, we see it all the time. It's always somebody innocent, didn't have nothing to do with it getting hit. So yeah,
Yeah,
we said from Wayne to Oakland, that's a long chase.
that's a long stretch. That's a long stretch. That's a lot. So in that situation, what do you think the punishment for kids should be that do things like that at that particular age? Like we know at 15, 16, 17,
Mm-hmm.
they definitely know right from wrong.
Right.
But what does it really render? Should they actually do get jail time, or should it be something more of a learning experience should be
Let's
put in
see.
place or something like that?
You in a stolen car, you driving at a high speed for a long time, putting innocent people in danger. You putting
Yeah, because
yourself in danger.
they was
Yeah.
playing bumper cars.
You want to be grown. We gonna treat you like an adult at this point. Little
Mm-hmm.
silly stuff, okay, but you actually stole a car and took the police on a run, bruh.
Mm-hmm. So you feel like in them instances they should be charged as an adult?
Well, you can't really charge them as an adult, but yeah, you get locked up, you going to juvie. I
Yeah.
mean, you going to juvie, you need to go somewhere. And this ain't the first time you didn't stole a car. This is the
Mm-hmm.
first time you didn't got caught.
You know what? I felt like that too. I'm like the way they was,
Yeah.
whoever was driving it. I didn't see the little fella that was driving it, but the way he was whipping it, you could tell it
You
was
got
his
excited
purpose.
like, man, he been in them corners.
Because I hear like my kids play video games, but they ain't never tried to play video games in real life.
Okay.
So so when I
Yeah.
see stuff like that, I'm kind of amused because I'm like, y'all really going out doing this shit in real life?
Yeah. Yeah, because you got these games, and like I used to play Grand Theft Auto, and I was good
Yeah,
at it,
me too. Me too.
a whole bunch of other
Hitting
driving
them
games.
upside the head. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I feel like it should be a little bit of education, educational punishment in place when they are that young. You know what I'm saying? I
They got
understand
books
making
in the
them pay.
library in prison.
Huh?
They got books in the library in prison. There go the educational right there. There it is. Okay, we tired of y'all YNs trying to act like y'all grown and then be crying. Be crying when the judge give you some real time because you want to do real crimes. You want
So
to terrorize the streets. You can get your GED in prison. There go the education right there. Lock their ass up.
so sometimes you have some that do stuff, they get a smack on their hand and they go off and they do it again. And then you have some that actually they lock up, like you said, in juvenile or whatever, and then they come
Mm-hmm.
out, they do the worst, they do same thing or worse, and then you do have some that actually like, oh shit, I fucked up, I'm gonna do right this time, and they actually do right. So is that really, I don't think it's no way to really determine that instead for to try, I guess, see how many times or look at the past history or anything of that sort. You think that should matter?
I mean, I think that the prison system is set up for it to be a revolving door to keep you coming
Mm-hmm.
back.
True.
And I think it's something within the system that fails people and they're not truly rehabilitated. Some people are do really get rehabilitated in prison. Some people find faith in prison. Some people sit there. You got time now to sit and think about what you did and what you're gonna do when you get out of here. Yeah, some people adapt to that lifestyle where
That's
that's
true.
all they know, that's all they want to do, that's all they know how to be a thug, steal and kill and rob, and they end up back in there. So it's just a
Mm.
mind. It's up to the person and they mindset. But I do feel like the prison system is set up, especially for our people to go back,
Yeah.
stay in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I feel that. I really do feel that. We have so many um it's been just crazy police interactions these last few years that has been unbelievable. It really has. And it make you just think. But I think people just tired. I just people just tired of all the stuff that's going on, the inconsistencies and different stuff like the jobs, the system, unsure about what tomorrow might bring for real, you know what I'm saying? So I think right now a lot of people, including the children, is just crashing out.
Oh yeah, we talked about that on a couple of episodes ago. Yeah, everybody crashing out. Same. Hold
It
on,
do
y'all.
seem like that.
Yeah.
It really do. But we'll be back after this next advertisement. We'll be back with Kicking It with Keish.
Okay.
All
Calling all
right.
entrepreneurs, women and men. Get ready for the second annual Women's Entrepreneur Empowerment Brunch. Join us on Saturday, May 24th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 7426 Nichols in Detroit for an unforgettable day of inspiration, networking, and empowerment. Hosted by comedian Kesh with powerful guest speakers Queen, event creator and serial entrepreneur, Diva Coates, public speaker, author, and music artist, Coco, media personality and comedian, Ashara Walker, real estate agent. Plus, don't miss a special appearance from Wood from the D Spot. Enjoy delicious food, networking, raffles, vendors, and mimosas, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic. Men are welcome too. This event is for everyone looking to grow, connect, and be inspired. Tickets are selling fast. Get yours now at Eventbrite. For more information, email queenbutterfliesllc@gmail.com.
It's now time for Kicking It with Kesh.
What up, though, y'all, and welcome to another segment of Kicking It with Kesh. I hope that y'all are having a wonderful week. Okay, it's hump day. We almost to the weekend, and we got a holiday coming up this weekend. Happy early Easter to everyone. I hope y'all save me a plate. Save your girl a plate, okay? Save me some of them ribs that y'all gonna be outside barbecuing. Save me some collard greens and that macaroni cheese. That macaroni cheese that gonna slide across the plate, okay? Because some of y'all macaroni and cheese is dry. It's dry, baby. Okay, put some butter up in that thing, some milk, and some eggs. Yes, I do put eggs in my macaroni and cheese. Yes, it is Wednesday, and I just wanted to come on here and talk to y'all for a minute. And today's segment is called "Stop Playing with Me." Okay, and you need to tell people to stop playing with you. A lot of times, people be trying to try us, and when I say try us, I'm really not really talking about like trying you, like trying to test you to trigger you to fight. Okay, people be trying to test your patience, and they be trying to test your intelligence, like play with your mind, play with your intelligence, like you not who you say that you are. These people are crazy, and it happens in the workplace. People try to downgrade your skills, but I'm here to tell you that you are who you are. You are who God made you to be. Embrace that. Embrace that. Don't let nobody tell you that you not educated enough, you not smart enough, and that you not fit for the job. Okay, nobody is in charge of your life but God, if that's who you believe in, okay? And so many times, we get looked over when it comes to opportunities because people think that we're not qualified enough. So when somebody tell you no, just know somebody is next in line to tell you yes, and you just have to knock down that door. And a lot of us, we lack confidence sometimes. That bothers our motivation and our confidence when a door closes or somebody tells us no. So that anger needs to motivate you to turn around and go knock on another door and knock the door down. Knock the door down. Okay. If you go and apply for a job and you don't get the job, guess what? It's another company that's looking for you. It's another opportunity out there. You just got to keep going. You got to keep searching. You got to keep applying yourself. Don't give up. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. And I say that all the time. But tell these people to stop playing with you. Some of us, we got so many skills. Excuse me. We got so many skills. We got so many talents and so many gifts. And we waste years and years and years with these companies that treat us like crap. We sitting on $1 million ideas, but we just ain't had the time to put the effort into making it happen because we sitting at somebody else's 9 to 5. And I got the entrepreneur spirit. And I'm telling you to go ahead and wake that spirit up in you. Okay? Stop sitting on your skills, telling people to stop playing with you. Go to the table with confidence, look them dead in the eye, and let them know you are who you are. I am my resume. You looking at the resume right here. Okay? And we have to have when we go on interviews, we got to communicate that. Okay, that confidence, we got to deliver that. Okay, your resume is who you are on a piece of paper, but show these people who you are. Look them in the eye. Let them know that you are the person for this position. There's no other candidate. There's no other candidate, baby. It's me. Tell these people to stop playing with you. And if they want to play with you, if you know damn well that the job you applying for is supposed to be paying 100K, 80K, don't let them give you no crumbs. Don't accept no crumbs. It's time to be walking into who we are. It's time to get what we deserve. Tell these people to stop playing with you. You're not about to pay me 50K when I know I'm supposed to be getting paid 120 to do this job. And a lot of jobs, they do this. And they do this at the job that I work at. They do this. They hire you in as an engineer, and guess what? They done downgraded your ass to a supervisor, and you making 40K less. Don't let these people do this to you. Tell these people to stop playing with you. Keep on playing. Keep on playing. You know what? They gonna wish that they had gave you the opportunity. Okay, show them. Show them, because I'm telling you right now, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Tell the people to stop playing with you. If you show that confidence and you leave the crumbs on the table that they're trying to offer you, guess what? They're going to call you back like, you know what? She is the best candidate. Let's go ahead and give her that extra 20K she asking for, because all these other people, we looking at their resume, and I don't think they can fill the shoes. Okay, I don't think they can bring what she can bring to the table. So she must got another opportunity. Let's go ahead and give her the opportunity for somebody else snatch her up. So we got to start. You can't come in there all timid, like, oh, well, I know I usually get paid 80K. Like, I guess I'll take a pay cut, work my way back up. No, we ain't got time to be working our way back up, because we already didn't work for it. We didn't already work for it. So again, tell these people to stop playing with you. Okay, and remember this date, April the 16th, 2025. This is the last day that you're going to let people play with you. Get your ass on your computer, get your resume together, go buy you 3 suits and start applying yourself and get the position that you want. Tell these people stop wasting your time playing with you. I'm your girl, and thank you so much for tuning in to Kicking It with Kesh. I'm going to see y'all next week. And then if you are in the Detroit area, this Saturday, I'm going to be headlining. For those of y'all don't know, I'm a stand-up comedian, and I'm funny as hell. Forget what they talking about. I'm going to be at JP's West, okay, for the comedy night. I got my boy Big Dooley coming up for Ypsilanti to feature for me. Y'all make sure y'all tap in. And it's free to get in, okay? So come out and see your girl for the free. Before you can't no more. Peace.
Looking for an ultimate getaway? Queen Butterflies Travel presents Utopia of the Seas. This Labor Day weekend, set sail for Port Canaveral, Florida on August 29th, 2025. Enjoy stops in Nassau, Bahamas, and a perfect day at Coco Cay. Indulge in the world-class dining, thrilling water slides, stunning ocean views, and non-stop entertainment aboard Royal Caribbean's newest luxury cruise. Cabins are selling fast. Interior rooms start at just $714.54 per person, with balcony and ocean view options available. Secure your spot with just a $200 deposit, due by April the 12th, 2025. Don't wait. Book now before cabins are gone. Call Queen at area code 248-200-6355 today.
I love his voice. Don't he got like it sounds like he can barbecue like real good. Like he got that uncle voice that like you know that he got them sandals on, even if he ain't even old, but he can burn on that grill for sure. Okay. I love his voice. They got the perfect person doing the advertisement because he got it today. Okay, now pass me them ribs over here this evening. Today, pass it.
Most A shout out to our voiceovers. Like
Yeah.
they did an amazing job on our advertisement. Big shout out to your nephew who created our beat for Voicing with Queen. Like,
Yes. Shout out
yes,
to Sean, Beats by Sean, my nephew, only 16 years old. He been producing beats for about 4 years now. So shout out to my little Neff.
yes, we have to give all the players some love today. We giving y'all all y'all flyers. I
So
can put
you think
flyers
about
on my
promoting
mind
something. You passing out
for the week.
flyers virtually.
Right. And don't forget to get y'all tickets to the women's brunch, the second annual women's brunch. Of course, you know we got my Kesh. She hosting. Y'all know she funny
Okay.
as shit. You know we got comedian Coco on there. You know, with y'all two together, I'm kind of scared.
Yeah. Why you kind of scared?
But it's gonna be a beautiful event. We got Diva Coats, we got Ashara Real Estate, we got Wood from the D
Wood
Spot.
from the D Spot
Yes.
Popular Clothing Store.
Hey,
In
look,
Detroit. Shout out to Wood,
yes,
still doing his thing. I remember he was going through, they was trying to shut him down, but no, you can't shut down the real king. So shout
you
out to Wood, still doing his thing. Y'all check his store out,
can't.
okay? The D Spot, if you in the D.
He's on West End Hills, right off of Southfield Road. So if y'all in Detroit, holla at him. Let him know we sent y'all. He'll probably be back on the show. He was one of our first guests when we first
Yes,
started season one. I-
I remember.
oh, it's been a long time. So yes, what hey, we're gonna go back to boundaries because what you said in your segment is so true. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do it. If they tell you you can't do it, you allow that to fuel you. And that's what I have done. Like all
Yeah.
my life, everybody I have been told so many times, you can't do this, you can't do that. How you gonna do that? Why you gonna do that? And this and another and all this other stuff. And guess what? I'm doing it. I use all my skills to capitalize off of all of them. I
And I
love to
wanted to
write.
talk about that.
I write everything. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I just want, like, we kind of been like talking about entrepreneurship like the last couple of episodes, and I really wanted to touch on that because I'm in that I'm in that mode right now where I know what I'm capable of doing, and I've been in a situation where I have taken a lesser position for lesser money, and I end up doing a job that the manager is supposed to do, and they getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, we not doing that no more. I'm not
Right.
about to sit under a person that's less educated than me, who has less credentials, and take crumbs.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I'm capable of doing. I know my skill set and what my resume say. And when I step into a room and I speak, people listen. So guess what? I know my worth. And
Absolutely.
y'all really should too. And I see it. I see it every day. People that are in these positions and they don't belong.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of the I know
Never lie.
somebody. Let's get rid of the nepotism.
Yeah.
Because these people, they might be your niece, your uncle, or whatever, a family member, but they're not qualified. Let this person that's
Absolutely.
qualified have that job, who deserves that salary, who has the skill set. Actually, like,
Mm.
you should not be a manager and your last job was at Petco washing the dog's ass. This is a true story where we have a person with a degree who has a background in education, who has a background in communication skills, sitting up here doing a blue collar job. And just because somebody is somebody's brother, they have this position making six figures, and they have no clue what the hell they doing. It
Mm-hmm.
don't make sense. This world not making sense right now.
You know what? It really isn't. And it's crazy that you said that because for some reason, I remember to you, it really never resonated with you until maybe years or days down the line or whatever. And I remember, my mom been gone since 2019. And I was just laying down the other day and I just
Mhm.
heard her vividly say, um, Like what's right is wrong, and what's wrong is right in this world now. And it just crazy. And she said that like years before she passed away, and she passed in 2019. And so for that to come back up in my mind that she said that these years
Yeah.
later, it resonated because it was like looking at the world, like you said, the craziness, the stuff that's going on. It's like she absolutely
It's
right.
ass backwards. It's
Was
ass
right.
backwards.
It's wrong now. It's definitely
Girl.
ass backwards. And so that's
Yeah.
why, once again, you got work, family, and especially when you're trying to achieve your goals.
Yes.
Especially when you're trying to achieve your goals, you have to set boundaries because people they it is not even that they doing it on purpose. They may not even be doing it on purpose, but sometimes their issues when they call you with it can take your mind in a whole nother place and take you off a track as to what you're supposed to be doing for you. And I'm a very big advocate of you get paid off your skills. So whatever skills that you have, whatever license, whatever degree you have, there's a way to capitalize off of it. You don't have to just sit there in this 9 to 5 job. And I talk about, yeah, we do. We talk about entrepreneurship a lot here.
We do.
But you don't have to sit there and just take it. You take that money, you invest it, and you start planning your getaway.
For the cruise. Yeah, you start playing your getaway to get away to get out of
Start
there.
planning your getaway.
Yeah, that's what we
Not
talked about on the first episode.
for the cruise too. For the cruise.
Yeah, for the cruise. Oh, you just not catching up.
Yeah, most definitely.
But you was saying like relationships choosing yourself.
Yeah,
That,
but
you was talking about that earlier, and I wanted to tie
yeah,
that into your career too. You have to choose you as well. When
yeah,
you know you fed up and God is telling you to move on, whether it's a relationship, a job, a church,
yeah,
whatever it is, choose you and move on.
definitely choose you. And I know I have had some situations where I definitely chose me. You know, it wasn't an easy decision, but it's something that had to be done in order to make sure I kept my peace. And sometimes you have to do the unthinkable in order for you to have your peace. So choosing you sometimes there's nothing wrong with that. So if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. Set boundaries. You know, you don't have to go around being mean, like I ain't messing with you, and you know, you don't have to do that or whatever. You can just say, look, listen, I ain't with that. I ain't doing that. No, and be firm with it. You know, ain't nothing wrong with saying no. I remember when I learned how to say no, it was the best thing, and I don't think I stopped. So don't forget, set boundaries for real. Choose
Please
yourself,
do.
take your skills, elevate them skills, do what you need to do, and get paid off them skills. That's why you have them skills. All these
Okay.
people been talking about these black pioneers of the week. They literally stepped out on faith. They didn't care what nobody said. They did them, and look, we're talking about them over 100 years later. How about that? So we're gonna be out of here from Voicing with Queen. We love y'all. Stay safe, and we'll see y'all next Wednesday.
Peace.
That's a wrap for Voicing with Queen. Big thanks for tuning in and rocking with us. Don't forget to follow Queen and comedian Kesh on social media, along with Voicing with Queen, and catch us live every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Until next time, stay bold, stay real, and keep voicing. See you soon.